Welcome back, friends. Today we're reviewing the Nigel Sylvester collab, the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Nitro, better known as Better With Time. As usual, we have alternate laces on this video, so feel free to use the bookmarks and skip right to that if that's what you're looking for. We have to look back all the way to 2018 to see where the inspiration for the Better With Time Jordan 1 Low Nigel Sylvester came from. You can see here in 2018, Nigel Sylvester's first Jordan collab, the Jordan 1 High. This version was done in sale, and you can see all the little features there, the mini swoosh, the scuff marks, the drawn on swoosh on the lateral side. So yeah, this is basically, and of course the ashy outsole. So this is where it all started. Fast forward to 2022, Jordan Brand gifted Nigel Sylvester a black version of the same pair, which ended up becoming a friends and family pair. So it was released in a very limited numbers here. Same details, but of course it's the colorway is black instead of sail. And then of course that brings us to today, 2025, which is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG version of the black friends and family pair, which shares pretty much the same details across the board as that friends and family pair. Yeah, and you can see here Nike's marketing has lots of great photos and everything, particularly the scuff marks and everything of this pair. So really awesome shoe. And the story, I'll let Nigel Sylvester tell the story.
The distressing and aging marks are inspired by how my sneakers naturally wear down from bike riding. But these marks are more than just wear and tear. They're proof of time well invested. Similar to friendships, art, your favorite vintage car, or even a bottle of wine. They all carry stories, they hold deeper meaning, and they all get better with time. And that's what this shoe represents to me: growth, evolution, and experience.
Great story behind this pair. All right, on to the unboxing. All right, first starting with the box, you've got a sail box with the bike logo instead of Nike. So you see it on the side, but you still get the Nike logo there. You get the 85 Air Jordan 1, which is featured on all the Jordan 1 OGs, low and high. Interesting look at the bike logo. You can see there's distressing marks on there. That's actually by design and not a misprint. You can see that all around there. You got to look kind of up close to see it. It almost looks like a misprint, but it's actually part of the design, because if you look at the smaller bike logo, you can see the exact same details there. So you know, just again, part of the storytelling here. Official colorway is black muslin varsity red, and of course you still get the Nitro name that's still on there. All right, let's open these guys up. Paper wise, you got the same just your standard wrapping paper, and of course you have the extra laces. We'll get to those later. That's the red laces there. Inside you'll find the paper shoe tree. You know, this is very typical of Jordan Brand releases these days. And then on the other pair, you got the black laces there, the black alternate laces. And I don't think there's much more in the box there, so that's about it. There's the other paper shoe tree. And the obviously the other detail that I don't want to forget here is the BMX logo on the back of the lid. Very cool detail there. So just a little bit, make it a little bit more special. All right, there you go. There's your first look here of the Jordan 1 Low OG Better With Time. All right, we'll start things off taking the first look at the outsole there, red outsole with that aged chalky look, very similar to the Lost and Found. You've got a very yellow aged midsole, and then of course on the lateral side you've got this it's like a vinyl sticker of some sort with drawing lines of the swoosh on there. So it's not actually a stitch on swoosh. This is you know, just it feels like a sticker more than painted. The Jordan 1 logo, same thing. You've got sketch lines kind of all around it. And then you get the mini swoosh up front by the toe cap there. And yeah, you can see all the distressing marks kind of all around it here. You can see this is the left shoe here. You can see little bits of distressing mark on the back, none on the side panel. And then you get a bit of distressing mark on the toe cap over there. Yeah, that's about it on that pair, so on that side. So let's take a look at the right shoe, and you can see it's actually a different, much heavier scuffing marks on there. Nothing on this panel. And then on the front you get like a very, very heavy scuffing mark with a kind of a short around the toe cap there, short line there. So this is the first scuffing mark on a side panel there. You can see it's yeah, by design, and see if you can see that clearly. It looks like a tape scuff mark with some lines kind of ripped off like tape on the toe box. So this is only featured on the right shoe, so the left shoe is pretty clean in terms of the distressing marks. So very unique distressing mark. It's the same on different pairs. I've seen 2 pairs of this is the same. Tongue wise, you got the red Bike Air, very standard tongue on a sail tongue here, and the same padding with the red text there. And you have the Jordan Biking Company, established 2017, printed on just like the 85s with this date and size on there. 2017 being the first year that he started designing the Jordan 1 that I showed. The insole, you see Nigel Sylvester on one side and Bike Air on the other side. I'll take these out to see how they look. So on the inside, you just got your standard foam kind of liner inside there, so no different than most low OGs. And then you just have your whatever this is for an insole material, and better look at that Bike Air there. So yeah, I think that's most of the details there on this pair. Very good looking pair, very distressed. It looks like it's, you know, had some time on a BMX bike. So very cool. So let's lace these guys up and see how they look. First look at this, I'm already in love with these sail laces. So this is a very, very good decision. You see the red and black. Not sure how they're going to look on there. I mean, they're the alternate colors on the shoe. Like, this just looks right to me already. So yeah, I think this is probably going to be a set. But again, we'll take a look at that later on. I don't want to jump to conclusions there. So for now, let's take a look at the comparisons that we have here. First in our comparison, it's the Air Jordan 1 Low OG black toe. And yeah, as you can see, yeah, this is the exact same midsole that's from the Low OG. So they didn't use the 85 midsole for this for the Nigel Sylvester pair. You can see the pattern on there is exactly the same, except it's very, very aged yellow. So this is even more than the usual sail. It's just very yellow. The swoosh size is also exactly the same size. It doesn't feature the bigger swoosh that's some of the newer low OGs have featured. Right. And then if we take a look at some of the other details, the lace holes. So there's 7 lace holes on the low OG, whereas this is the newer version with the 8 lace holes. So it's pretty interesting. They copied the 8 lace holes, but they didn't copy the bigger swoosh on there. In terms of materials, much softer on the black toe here. You can see it's just right there. It's just a little bit harder. It's not that much, but once it breaks in, it'll probably be pretty close. Next up, I just want to kind of show you the difference in the midsole between a low 85 cut. You can see how much of a curvature there is in the mid toe. So very, very different shape. And if you look close, you can see the pattern as well. It's quite a bit different here. You can see that. And then you can see the swoosh as well. Is a swoosh size is a little bit bigger on the 85 cut. So this follows the Nigel Sylvester follows the older style 85 swoosh size. Next up, we have the K54, which got all the new updated features. You got the bigger swoosh, midsole's the same, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lace holes on each side. So yeah, the size is a little bit different. This is a size 12 on the K54s. So you can see there, the shape is generally the same. So, and then you can see the big difference in the swoosh size. So the Nigel Sylvester just took the 85 cut style lace holes, but it didn't take the bigger swoosh. Material wise, can't really tell the difference between two pairs because it's just different materials. 85 cut is a better comparison. So 85 cut is a harder material. You can see here, I'm just kind of pushing down. It's very similar. So and always remember, you know, like soft leather doesn't mean that it's better leather. It's just there you go, more tumble, easier to break in, but thicker cuts of leather is better quality. So the Nigel Sylvester does have a little bit better quality in terms of leather. And of course, I like to bring out the lost and founds. You can see the it's got the aged outsole there. You can see that chalky kind of look. There it is. So there's that same kind of chalky look to it. Very cool feature that they did here. If you compare the shape, it's a little bit different. The highs and the lows are just slightly different, but it's relatively close here. So you can compare the chalkiness. The red really should be the same. It's just I've worn the hell out of these, the lost and found, so it's a little bit of a darker red from it being dirty. All right, let's see how these look on feet. All right, BMX inspired shoes. This is the closest to a BMX bike that I have. It's a bit specialized downhill slash dirt jump bike. So yeah, very comfortable on feet. Good toe box room. I can wear these biking all day. So yeah, they look really great on feet. That prominence of that little swoosh, the mini swoosh, is pretty cool. All right, let's take a close look at some of the studio shots of this pair. This is a really good look at the lateral side. You've got that drawn on. It's supposed to be drawn on, but I think it's more of a sticker that's on there, the swoosh, with the outlines around it that showed, like Nigel Sylvester says, shows the evolution of the shape of the Nike swoosh. It's a good look at the scuff marks up front in the toe box. There you go. It's kind of interesting scuff marks. Doesn't look very random, but they do look the same on each pair. The mini swoosh, very prominent, and just pops out really well. And then there's the Air Jordan Wings logo on the back. You can see the outlines there, part of that same design language. There's some close-up of the scuff marks and the mini swoosh there. And we'll take a nice little close-up look. There you go. You can see the outlines, different outlines drawn on that swoosh, and the Wings logo on the back. And of course, 2017, the year Nigel Sylvester started creating the Jordan 1. And there's some more looks at the scuff mark. All right, let's take a look at the alternate lace swaps. And let's start with the pre-laced ones here. Yeah, this sail color really stands out. I know the tongue itself is sail. You can see there, but yeah, it just stands out against the black. I think this is the hit color for laces. I don't think you can really go with any other lace that makes it look good, but let's take a look. So I've laced each pair, one with the alternate black lace and one with the alternate white lace. The black, again, it just hides all that detail. I mean, you can see the tongue there, so I think that's kind of okay, but that red just doesn't really fit right with it. I mean, the red should be subtle, just where that Bike Air logo is there. But it doesn't really match, and the black is a little bit better. Not a fan of the red there, so if I want to be a little more subtle, I go with the black, but I think just the normal sail color is the way to go. And let's take a look at some of the close-ups of the alternate laces. Yeah, the more I look at it, that red just does not really fit right. It jumps out. It just doesn't match, with the just the outsole should be red. And of course, the black laces, again, if I'm looking for a more subtle look, that would work. All right, that's our review. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.